Hello. Today I'm not going to speak all around, but it is all going to be of that particular point. I'm gonna speak of that particular point, not about. And we term it as focus. Focus is one thing which rarely happens. And if it happens, it results in much of greater things that has ever happened on this earth. I'm always reminded of this school time experiment which was taught to us. You have a sheet of paper, a lens, and sun far away. You keep the sheet of paper on the table, hold the lens in your hand so that the light from the sun gets onto the lens, and then it gets intensified to a point onto the sheet of paper. And as time passes, after a few seconds and after a few minutes, the point where the light is touching on the paper starts to emit light, and then it starts burning. This light gives the focused light onto the paper, gives rise to fire. That is how the result of focus in life is going to be. When you focus on something, it is going to result in rise of fire in you. And the second thing is, you have to remember here, it is left to you whether you are going to be the sheet or the lens or the sun. The sun who gives the light, the lens which is going to focus the light, or the sheet which is going to get in the light. It is left to you. You decide. Then focusing happens. Once this is done, the second thing is how to focus. Focus, the moment I remember this term, I am reminded of this story where Dronacharya was teaching his disciples how to shoot an arrow. He kept a bird on a tree's branch and told his disciples to hold the bow and arrow ready, and before shooting the bow and arrow from the position, they had to answer a question which was put by him. First disciple was ready to shoot the arrow from the bow. Then Dronacharya questioned him, "What do you see?" So the disciple said, "I'm seeing the sky, the cloud, tree, etc." Dronacharya said, "Stop." He went to the next person and questioned, "What do you see?" He said, "I'm able to see the tree, the leaves, the branches, etc." He says again, "Stop," and goes to the next disciple, and he says, "What do you see?" And the answer that he got was, "I'm able to see the branches, the bird, etc." Felt unsatisfied with the answers that was given by the disciples, moves on to the final disciple and questions, "What do you see?" The person keeping the bow and the arrow ready said, "I'm able to see the eyes of the bird. I'm able to see the eye of the bird, nothing else." Then Dronacharya said, "This is called focus. This is called targeting. Only this person can hit the target because he knows where what has been focused. If you don't focus, you cannot hit the target. And Arjun has done it rightly. If you are focusing, you should focus to the point where your arrow should reach, pierce, touch. So, in the first case, I said, what is focus? And in the second story, I have said how focusing can be done. Most of the times, it is we, because of negligence or because of low interest, lose focus, and then we finally complain that I'm not able to focus, which is wrong. Focus is so important. If you have dreams, focus is so important. If you have desires, if you have wishes, if you have heights to reach, focusing will lead you to success. Focus ends always with success if focusing is right. Focus is something which you see through your eyes. Focus is something which you see through your mind. Focus is something which you see through your heart. And finally, focus is something which you see through your as a whole. You become the arrow to that particular point where you need to reach. This happens only when you have focus. This happens only when you grow in focus. This happens only when you become focus. So focus always ends in success if focused well.